Adopt Me has always had one of the biggest issues with bots. Don't get me wrong, Roblox as a whole is affected negatively by bots, but today we are going to get into how Adopt Me's inflation of bots affect Adopt Me's economy. I thank Hostile NPC, a long dedicated friend, for the idea of this video. Most of the words said here are based off what he has said in my Discord server, which if you are over 13 years old, you can join, by the way. Alright, my name is Vel, and let's get into it. Adopt Me bots have been an issue for quite a while now. Adopt Me bots started out as scam bots. They would join random servers and promote their scam site for either free pets or free Robux. But as the years went on, the bots evolved into auto-farming bots using scripts to keep a set account or bot on a loop, doing pet needs for infinity, grinding events, etc. You may be asking, Vel, why is that such an issue, and how does that affect the economy? Well, the bot's grinding task seems harmless enough, right? Maybe it's a person who doesn't have time to grind due to schoolwork, etc., so maybe they had the technical skills to make a bot account to have running and going to help them out with working towards their dream inventory. Unlikely scenario, just one I thought of on the spot while writing the script. I don't know how difficult it is to script these kind of things because I don't have any coding knowledge, but yeah. Well, these bots farm needs and farm minigames and limited time events, maxing out their currencies as much as possible, spawning tons and tons of the same pet into existence, lowering its value. The more of the same pet, the more of its value is depleted. For example, the Sugarfest event from this year. The Sugarfest pets from this year, the adorable legendary Mochi Meow, like any pet, was worth loads when it came out. But thanks to bots, and it's now the most worthless legendary according to Valve values. One of the cutest cats to ever release an Adopt Me. Sad to see its value go down so low. Also sad for people who overpaid for the Mochi Meows when they first released, higher in value and such. And this didn't just happen with the Mochi Meow, it happens with almost every single pet that costs events currency. Therefore easy to grind for and mass duplicate, thus losing value. If it's a Roblox pet, it will most likely maintain value because the bots don't want to have to spend any money. So usually Roblox pets will maintain decent value depending. This is a huge problem in the Adopt Me community that most definitely needs to be addressed. And again, don't get me wrong, it shouldn't matter for the most part because the value sites such as Lbred, AMVGG, etc. are made up. They do base the values off which said pets demand, but values can be easily manipulated. It's shown often with these sites, not just because of the bots doing. The developers were already sort of on the right track when it came to the bots in this regard. For example, the last two admin abuses as I'm writing/posting this, they gave out 2 limited time only duckies that were $500 a piece during the entirety of the half-an-hour admin abuse event. I have a video up talking about why I think admin abuses can do better. It will be linked in the description and comments. Anyway, those 2 pets were the Dirty Ducky and the Red Panda Ducky. These pets maintained decent enough value for 2 commons. The Dirty Ducky started out with a value of 0.1 equal to the Mochi Meow's value, slowly rising to 0.22 as the days went on. Small but subtle rise. And the Red Panda Duck is currently at 0.1 as I'm writing/filming this. It will probably rise in the near future. Not many bots could snatch these comments during the admin abuse because it wasn't expected, thus helping it maintain a decent value. And it may not be much, but for a common pet, it's most definitely decent. If Adopt Me could use that method in more situations, then values for certain pets wouldn't get ruined by bots. But to be honest, I don't know how they would do that on a consistent note, more so just listing an example. Or they can just ban them all. I don't know how easy or hard that is, but you'd think with today's technology, they'd have some sort of gimmick to do that. I don't know. Another thing to keep in mind with value sites is always remember to have fun and don't base all of your trades off numbers. The most important thing is preference. I completely understand if you're trying to upgrade your inventory and you're heavily relying on value sites for that, which is totally fine and understandable, but for the more casual players, steer clear of the value sites and just have fun. In the end, a legendary pet is still a legendary pet, and just because the value site says it says the value is low, in my opinion, it's still best to give a fair offer. But honestly, you don't have to take any of what is said in mind. Play however you want. Where was I? For me personally, it's hard to stay away from value sites altogether because you kind of have to use them nowadays because everyone does. Especially, everyone is usually basing their trades off whatever said value site, mostly Lbred. And if you're looking for something specific, at least in my experience, people I usually find who have that thing I need usually use value sites, so there really isn't any other option. If you enjoyed this video, I would very much appreciate it if you can subscribe, even if you don't plan on staying, just to push me out more into the algorithm. I'd really appreciate it. Alright, and to end the video off with the classic quote, and remember, you are safe, loved, and protected. May the universe bless you. Goodbye, my creators.